They're at it again, y'all. The evil executives at TKO and the Fed won't stop until the industry's dead. LA Knight, finished. Finn Balor, finished. Johnny Gargano, finished. The Miz, finished. Mello, finished. Bailey, she's finished. Creative is cursed. Paul Levesque, I know you're happy that Danhausen is gonna be at the Knicks parade later on today. Great, your whole master plan is working, putting a rocket on Danhausen and sending them straight to the moon, while other WWE superstars are getting a rocket put on them too, but they're getting sent to catering. Great, man. If you put a fraction of effort into some of your other stars on your roster, things wouldn't be as bad as they are today, man. WWE is like Jurassic Park, and the people on the roster is like dinosaurs. The whole mid-card is going extinct. And maybe that's why this company stinks. Danhausen has barely missed a Raw or a Crackdown since he debuted. I'm pretty sure he hasn't missed any PLEs either. So the machine got behind the character the second the ink dried on a contract, and it was obvious. Now, with some good luck, coincidences, and just the stars align, and Danhausen is slowly becoming a household name, especially with the Knicks winning the championship. He is going to be forever embedded in the Knicks history with how all of this played out. Now, I think all of this is cool, and I really don't have a problem with it. The problem is that WWE does not even try to spread some of the same effort into their other talent or creative direction on their roster. Most of the mid-card scene in WWE is booked as complete jobbers, while a few stars at the top are booked correctly. Back in the Attitude Era, what made it special was The Rock and Stone Cold weren't overbooked. You had Kane, The Undertaker, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and many other superstars in the mid-card that helped the show. And when something was going on with one of the top stars, they were booked well enough to be able to get a shot at being at the top for a little bit. Now, whenever a superstar is gone, the ratings suffer drastically. Crackdown! Viewership has been taking a nosedive ever since Randy Orton left with a back injury leading up to WrestleMania 40 snooze. Raw got a little bump in viewership, but they are still struggling drastically without stars like CM Punk helping Roman Reigns out. The King and Queen of the Ring could have been used to build up the mid-card talent, but once again, WWE fails with that, with Alba Femi looking like a clear winner on the men's side. And on the women's side, you already have the world champion, Liv Morgan, in the tournament instead of defending her title. The biggest problem with WWE is they do not want to take chances on different storylines or different wrestlers to make the product better. Man, when is the last time anything shocking happened in this company? The last thing I can remember was maybe Brock Lesnar retiring at WrestleMania 40 snooze, but then you got to take that back because he unretired 1 month later. So man, unless your name is Danhausen, WWE is going to be too chicken to take any risk. But it's ironic if you think about it, because the Fed always been known to put all their eggs in one basket. And that's why the creative is tragic. Some call it WWE, others call it the Fed, but me, I'm gonna call it the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Think about it. Some wrestlers get in and they just disappear. I'm a few seconds away from going to the police station and putting out a missing persons report on a few of these wrestlers. Where is Ilya Dragunov at? He came back from an injury, had a little run with the U.S. title, and he haven't been seen since. Where is AJ Lee at? She returned after a decade, had a few matches with Becky Lynch, and haven't been seen since. Where is CM Punk? He cut a promo after WrestleMania saying he wasn't going anywhere, and you guessed it, he haven't been seen since. Now, it's one more wrestler that we haven't seen in a long time. I just can't think of his name. It's right there. Oh yeah, my man Delayed Gratz reminded us in the chat when we was live yesterday. Do y'all know one wrestler who just poof disappeared out of thin air? Say his name and he disappears. Tell me, where is Joe Hendry? Tell me, where is Joe Hendry? Why you say that? Bobby Monsoon exclusively on BobbyMonsoon.com. Y'all asked for it and it's here. The Why You Say That t-shirt. I want to thank everybody that's copping the merch, that's liking, commenting, subscribing, hyping, everybody in my lives multiple times in a week, all the people in the chat. I want to thank everybody, man. Y'all really helped the channel grow. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. BobbyMonsoon.com. And Why You Say That shirt now. Back to the content. Dynamite started off with MJF cutting a promo with the Don Callis family. We all know MJF is a master on that microphone, man. Fire promo to set off Dynamite, and he let it be known who's gonna be a part of his team. I think we got Jake Doyle, we got Andrade, we got the Proto Star Kyle Fletcher, the Jet Kevin Knight. And man, okay, we got Okada too. Oh my God, this is gonna be a fire team for the steel cage match in Forbidden Door, man. There's gonna also be doing another tag match. I think it was a 12-man tag later on tonight. So these are the teams for the Forbidden Door match. Like I said, this is gonna be a fire steel cage match. Remember the stipulations though. If Mark Briscoe and them win, MJF gotta give Mark Briscoe the fade for the AEW champion. We all know who was gonna be the outcome of that one. First match, we got somebody who people think that's gonna be the next AEW champion. Comes Redemption, Kenny Omega versus Tony Nese. Now, I'm hearing Ring of Honor has Tony Nese. I'm not familiar who he is. It was a squash match anyway. I'm going to be honest now. Think about it. You know what I mean? Forbidden Door is fire because around this time we get to see wrestlers we probably don't get to see on a weekly basis, and a lot of us more casual fans get to know about. I know about Hazuki now. We're going to talk about Hazuki and Mercedes Moné had the match of the night. Hazuki gave my respect tonight, man. Nick Sabri Jr. I never knew about Nick Sabri Jr. until last year. Now we got Tony Nese. Great physique. He seems like a good wrestler, but it was a squash match, though. So if you're going to give these wrestlers an opportunity, I felt like, man, Tony Nese should at least got like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. I don't know, man. To at least display his talents. But, you know, you got Kenny Omega straight dominating the match after that, man. They was about to beat Kenny Omega up. But then you got the Young Bucks and maybe Jack Perry came out. I can't remember who else came out, but I know the Young Bucks came out that helped Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega seems like he's going to be a shoo-in to win the AEW championship next. All the AEW sickles I talked to are chopping at the bit for All In to be Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. I'm sorry, guys. I still got Will Ospreay versus MJF, or we might go triple threat. Will Ospreay, MJF, Kenny Omega. I don't know. But the more and more I'm thinking about it, the more and more they're dropping Easter eggs. It's seeming like they're moving into the direction of Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. And that's definitely still going to be a fire match. After that, you had the return of Brody King, Bandido going over the Death Riders, Daniel Garcia, and Dean Ambrose. This match was fire, man. This was my runner-up match of the night. Like I said, the match of the night, by far, Mercedes Moné and Hazuki. But, man, this was runner-up. Good tag team match. Hey, thanks a lot, Swerve Strickland. You beat Brody King in the Owen tournament. You beat Bandido in the Owen tournament. They got on the phone and figured, hey, singles competition is looking a little shaky. Let's tag back up for one more time. At least, man. Fire tag team match. Actually, I spoke a little bit too soon because I'm just remembering that Bandido after the match. He was excited. He was with Brody King. He was excited. He runs into John Moxley. He says, yo, bro, put that title on the line at Forbidden Door, man. The Continental title. I need that around my waist. So now at Forbidden Door, you got John Moxley and Bandido. This match will be fire. Now, this is the only thing. I don't know if Bandido's going to win this, man. I'm wondering, when is Bandido going to finally get his shot to get to the next level? Bro, he lost the match to MJF. We know he wasn't going to win that one anyway. He lost in the first round of the Owen. He's the Ring of Honor champion. That's cool, but I want to see bro get to the next level. He's about to have this match with John Moxley. It's seeming like he's going to lose that match. I don't see them putting the Continental title on him. Not yet. And if they do, let's build a little bit more storyline to that, man. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. We're 1 week away from Forbidden Door, so I'm interested. I know they're going to put on a banger for us. After that, you got a chilling promo from the Psycho Killer, Tommaso, man. Letting Chris Jericho know, bro, the games is over. I used to look up to you. You used to be the guy. Now you're just a sellout. And, man, he wants all the smoke with Chris Jericho. Actually, this Saturday, I got to make sure I tap into Collision this Saturday because they're going to be face-to-face. Chris Jericho, Tommaso Ciampa, and they're going to have some words for each other. I'm pretty sure they're going to be fighting at Forbidden Door. I'm pretty sure Tommaso's going to be going over at Forbidden Door. And this is going to be a fire match, man. I'm liking the Psycho Killer gimmick, man. I want him to keep it up. This is fire, man. Now, we were supposed to have a word from the dogs, but instead we got Adam Copeland, Christian Cage attacking the dogs, man. They running out of the arena. This was hard, man. This was hard. Now, I like the dogs as a tag team, but I promise you, dog, we are missing Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd. One of the he's the X factor when it comes to the dogs, man. I'm thinking I know he's healthy too. I wonder where he's at. I heard he's in a tournament somewhere in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He cut a fire promo. I got it retweeted on my X. He cut a fire promo backstage at New Japan Pro Wrestling. So man, I'm wanting Gabe Kidd to come back in AEW, to come back with the dogs to kind of help out with the Adam Copeland Christian Cage situation. They're gonna put the titles on the line at Forbidden Door. This is going to be a fire match once again. Now, it seems so far we don't got too many stipulations for Forbidden Door. Outside of the steel cage match, we just got titles on the line and we got the Owen tournament. So I want to see some stipulations at Forbidden Door. At least one more. Give me one more stipulation, please. Next, we got the match of the night. Mercedes Moné coming this close by the skin of her teeth to being kicked out the Owen before the finals, and Hazuki being able to get to the finals. But of course, that only happens in movies, right? Hazuki fell short, man. This was a fire match top to bottom. This is what I mean when I say women's wrestling. The respect needs to get put back on women's wrestling in the Fed. AEW women's wrestling, these women get out here and they have the match of the night. This is a night when Kenny Omega's on the card. This is a night where Andrade, MJF, all these other people on the card. Brody King, you know what I mean? You got all these people on the card and the women take away from match of the night. Come on, man. Fire match from these women. Hazuki almost pulled it off. Mercedes Moné gets it. Now it's quite obvious. Mercedes Moné and Athena might be in the finals. But there were some people in my chat yesterday that was saying Maya World might be able to pull off the impossible this Saturday on Collision and beat Athena. Now, there's going to be a long shot, but you never know what curveball Tony Khan might throw the curveball, have Maya World get to the finals. But to be honest, I don't think she's beating Athena. Plus, with storylines and all of that, I think Athena versus Mercedes Moné makes the most sense. And I think they're going to put on a banger at Forbidden Door. Next, you got a chilling segment from Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. A lot of personal shots being thrown in this segment. Now, I said this on my live. I'm not saying this. I'm just hearing rumors that Swerve Strickland, Tony Khan, got a hefty fine coming. Swerve Strickland, he went rogue. He dropped the F-bomb. For what reason, I don't know. Tony Khan, he's going to have a hefty fine on this table. You just can't drop F-bombs on national TV. But it seems like Swerve really didn't care, man. Drop the F-bomb on Ospreay. He's wondering what's up with Ospreay, man. You with the Death Riders, bro. What's going on? It was a nice amount of time for them to tell this story. That's what I want to see, man. This match is already going to steal the show. This match is already going to be the match of the weekend, the match of the month. This is going to be one of the best matches of the year, potentially. We already know that. But now they're getting a little bit personal. And let me know in the chat, or let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. A little Easter egg was put, man. Swerve Strickland said, yo, bro, you ain't talked to Hangman Adam Page. You know what I mean? I ain't talked to him either. But now, you know what I mean, at the end of the promo, Will Ospreay went to snuff Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland on the ground. He asked Prince Nana for the chain. He wraps his head around the chain. He's about to cause some damage to Will Ospreay. Death Riders come out to stop that. Swerve Strickland retreats. Now, this is the thing. I asked my chat, I said, yo, do you think Hangman Adam Page will come back? And when Hangman Adam Page come back, are we going to see a heel Hangman Adam Page? Are we going to see a demonic Hangman Adam Page? I don't know, man. It's quite possible, dog. Him to bring up Hangman, man, who's going to help Swerve Strickland fight off the Death Riders? We'll see if that's going to happen. Fire segment from these two. Fire promo from these two, man. They really sold the story for this match. I cannot wait till next week and see who's going to win that one. Now, the last match was an all-star tag match. You had MJF, Andrade, Kevin Knight, Jake Doyle, Fletcher, Okada, Briscoe, Riley, Cassidy, Strong, Takeshita, Darby Allin. Darby Allin and Takeshita is going to join Mark Briscoe's team because the Don Callis family was beating up everybody we caught backstage at the conglomerate. Now, Team MJF wins this match, man. We win the match. Roger Strong winds up tapping out. But the only thing about it is we got too much internal conflict going on. We got Kevin Knight and the Proto Star, you know what I mean, Kyle Fletcher going back and forth. You got Jake Doyle trying to break MJF's arm by an accident in one segment. Man, you got Andrade butthurt about not getting the AEW title shot, not getting that match he wants with MJF, not wanting to wait in line and listen to the direction of Don Callis. So while they're all celebrating, he's sitting back at the turnbuckle pouting, whatever, man. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Forbidden Door is almost 1 week away, man. We got one more. We got Collision, Dynamite, and maybe another. No, we got Collision, Dynamite, and maybe another Collision before Forbidden Door. So, man, this is going to be a good week of wrestling, man. Forbidden Door is being stacked. The card is looking stacked. It's coming together real nice. On the other hand, the Fed is going to have Night of Champions with Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed. Brian Breaker in a steel cage match. Now, let's compare steel cage matches if you want to that weekend. I'll be up for the conversation. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'm going to holler at y'all Friday for another 3-hour crackdown. I can't wait till we get back to 2 hours, bro. It's so depressing knowing every time I realize Friday is coming up, bro. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, though. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Blah!